What's up, Monarch Nation? It's number 6, LJ Thomas. Welcome to Monarch Prep.
Hello, and welcome to Monarch Prep, where we discuss all things ODU men's basketball here on the Monarchists Network. I'm your host, Paul Jones. Let's get into it. So for those of you who have been keeping up with the podcast since day one, you may remember this. Ed DeGuia put up a post on the ODU fan page after his daughters made a comment of, "Why is daddy watching daddy?" They thought we looked alike. We put up a poll. A lot of people said we do favor one another. Well, Saturday, I got a message from Ed asking if I would be at the game. I replied that I would. So that post turned into this. I got to meet Ed face to face and shake his hand and chop it up a little bit. Ed's been a fan since the 90s. Glad I actually got to see him face to face and shake his hand. Salute to you, Ed. So as I took my seat to watch the guys warm up doing shoot around, I noticed a few of them looking out into the crowd. And then it dawned on me like a ton of bricks. 5 of the guys are from the Washington, D.C. area, and some of them playing in front of family and friends for the first time. Rico Helms, Elijah Flowers, Scotty Hubbard, Drew McKenna, and Jared Turner are all from the DMV. I'm glad to see so many come out to support the guys. So that was Saturday for one of 2 games that we have to recap this week. GW and Xavier. So starting with GW, we fell short, 73-96. GW had 5 players in double digits, with Rafael Castro leading all scores with 20 points. The big man in the middle was definitely a force to be reckoned with. And then we have our guys, led by KC Shaw and Robert Davis Jr., each pouring in 14 points. Robert Davis Jr. dropping 4 3-pointers and returning to form. Then we had Jared Turner dropping 3 3-pointers, contributing 9 points for the Monarchs. So hopefully the guys could bounce back against Xavier. Let's see how they did. Didn't fare well. 69-99. The Monarchs fall to Xavier. Xavier had 4 players in double digits, all scoring 20 points. The Monarchs also had 4 players in double digits. Kyle with 10 points. Robert Davis Jr. with 10 points. Drew McKenna, 12. And LJ Thomas with 13. These stats, the turnovers killed us. Definitely out-rebounded. We got to take big games like this as lessons to prepare for the Sun Belt. They were big. They were strong. We took our bruises. We took our lumps. We have to bounce back tonight against Morgan. So before we get into the Sun Belt standings and the next 3 games that we have coming up, let's check on our Mount Rushmore submissions and see if we see any new names or if the favorites are still leading.
Hi everyone, I'm Matt Ferreol. I'm the scorekeeper for men's basketball here at Old Dominion. As I record this, we're getting ready to play Norfolk State here. Been a fan of Old Dominion basketball since 1996 because of Tisha Penichero. And that leads me to my Mount Rushmore of Old Dominion basketball, starting with Tisha Penichero, and then Kent Bazemore, Alex Lawton, and Frank Hassell. So hopefully we get a good win tonight. I'm expecting a large crowd out here. And go Monarchs.
What's up, Monarch Nation? Aaron here with the Monarchists podcast with my Mount Rushmore of ODU men's basketball. Now, my version only consists of guys that I've had the opportunity to watch play. It emphasizes leadership, consistency, and program identity, not just pure star notoriety. First guy, Alex Lawton, 2005 CAA Player of the Year, a real leader on ODU's NCAA tournament run. He averaged 14 points, 8 rebounds per game, a good mix of inside-out scoring, great leader who really defined those early Blaine Taylor type teams. CAA Scholar Athlete of the Year, smart, great student, and a real bridge between ODU's 1990s traditions and the modern era. One could argue he was the first star of the new century of ODU basketball. Second guy, 2006 to 2010, my man, Gerald Lee from Uusipamonkey, Finland. Always used to love to hear that. All right, two-time All-CAA first team, led ODU to the 2010 CAA championship and then the NCAA tournament. All this guy did over his whole career was average over 14 points and 5 rebounds per game. I mean, just nothing but stable for this team. He was known for his professionalism, his class on and off the court. Great dude, tough, consistent, and central to multiple 21 seasons at ODU. My third guy, 2011 to 2015, I got to go with Kent Bazemore. Man, there's so many great dudes during kind of that time period, but I have to pick one. Two-time CAA Defensive Player of the Year, a real heartbeat on that gritty ODU team. He turned an undrafted start into a 10-year NBA career and really became ODU's most visible basketball alumnus from that time until now. His jersey retired a couple years ago at the TED. And my last guy, 2015 to 2020, Ahmad Caver, 4-year starter, program leader, ODU guy from start to finish. Top 5 in ODU history in assists, and I think number 2 in minutes played. I mean, 16.5 points per game, 5.5 assists per game, over 4 rebounds per game. Relentless work ethic, quiet leader, respected across the conference. Just a steady engine behind ODU's 2019 Conference USA Championship and its first NCAA tournament appearance in a long time. Those are my 4 guys. That's my Mount Rushmore to this point. Looking forward to seeing everybody at ODU basketball soon. Go Monarchs.
Thank you, Matt and Aaron, for your submissions. I'll be sure to add these numbers to the list for our all-time ODU Monarchs Mount Rushmore. I've gotten a kick out of this. One thing, or one name, I should say, that I've been looking for I haven't seen yet. I haven't heard it yet in these video submissions. He wouldn't necessarily make my Mount Rushmore, but definitely deserves an honorable mention. I'll be sure to let you know who that is in the holiday show. And no, it is not Coach Jones. I know people think that I would try to put him in, even though my sister-in-law did pop his name up into an Instagram post. Love you, Stacy. So, you still have time to submit video submissions or names, either on the ODU fan page. You can DM me on any of my social media accounts, and I'll be sure to add them to the list. Can't wait to see who comes up in next week's show. So let's visit the Sunbelt standings, where we have still undefeated South Alabama at 5-0, followed by Arkansas State, Georgia Southern, and Marshall, all tied at second place with 3-1. Hopefully tonight we can bounce back against Morgan State as they come to town. Let's preview. So tonight we have the Morgan State Bears coming to town. 7 o'clock, Chartway Arena. Come on out. Let's welcome the guys back, where we are still 2-0. Let's protect our house. Let's scream our hearts out. And as always, bring a friend. Bring a friend. Let's welcome the guys back. ESPN has us winning this game. Hopefully we can put on a show for the fans and remain undefeated at home. The Morgan State Bears have 4 players that are averaging in double digits, led by Robert Lawson with 15.3 and Alfred Worrell Jr. with 14.3. And then you have 2 others, each with 10.3. So let's clamp down, let's play some defense, and let's get this win. Then we have the Drexel Dragons in Philadelphia. Drexel has 3 players that average in double digits. The top 2 are Shane Blakeney with 12.5 and Eli Beard also with 12.5. We definitely have our work cut out for us in Philly. And then we head crosstown to Villanova. Oh, man, this is going to be a rough one. ESPN has us losing. I hate pulling up their stats before games. It can give you heartburn. It is what it is. They have 5 players averaging in double digits. They have Bryce Lindsey at 23 points and Acadian Lewis at 12.3. Those are their top 2 scorers. There are a couple side stories to this game as well. Let's start with Coach Jones came over from the University of Maryland, where he was under Kevin Willard. Kevin Willard is now the head coach of Villanova. Mentor versus mentee. We would love to get that win. We would love to get that win. And then a more interesting story is, and this ought to be a very interesting Thanksgiving for this family. Number 33 for Villanova, Matthew Hodge, son of ODU legend Odell Hodge. Oh, man. Number 33. Happy birthday, Matt. I still hope we get that win. Before we go, it's time for Crown Check-In, where we catch up with some of our favorite Monarchs who have moved on. For those of you who have been asking for certain players, I have reached out. I'm trying to get as many of them as I can, but let's check in with this one.
What's up, Monarch Nation? This is Trey Freeman. I played at ODU point guard from 2014 to 2016. I did not have this long hair. I had a short haircut, or I had a fro my last year. I played for Coach Jeff Jones. I played with Richard Ross and Denzel Taylor, Ambrose Mosley, Jordan Baker, Aaron Baycoat, and the boys, and many others. Nick Biberai, bunch of good guys. Currently, I'm teaching at Bayside Middle School and coaching at Kempsville High School. And a message to the guys now, man. Y'all are a talented group, and the potential is bright for us. All right, so let's dig in deep, all together, all for one for all. Teamwork. Let's go. It's time to make this run, man. Let's go make some noise. You got the whole city, 7 cities behind y'all, so we got this. And I'll be at some of these games here. All right, we are rooting for y'all. Let's go, ODU.
Thank you, Trey, for checking in. And I must say, at the Norfolk game, when you came out, people were tapping me. That's who you need to get for a Crown check-in. That's who you need to get. So thank you, sir, for the clip. I appreciate it. Salute. So thank you, Monarch Nation, for joining me on another week of Monarch Prep. I'm really enjoying this. To the Hubbard family and friends who spoke at the game, thank you for the compliments. I'm trying my best. For those of you who have watched, please leave a comment down below. Let me know how I'm doing. If there's something you'd like me to add, if there's anything that you'd like me to change, just give me some feedback so we can make this better and better and look forward to next week. I hope I'm here, Lord willing. Until then, go Monarchs. So you stuck around to the end. For those of you who have asked, yes, in last week's show, I was literally screaming. One of those was filmed at 2 a.m., right after the Norfolk game and me traveling back to the D.C. area from Norfolk. I was tired, but I had to sit down, get that recorded, prepared, and uploaded for that week's show. Hopefully, against Morgan State tonight, I get to do it again. To Miss Doe, I got your message. Hopefully, I can make you proud. I am trying. If you see me tonight, say hello.